Good evening, everyone. Welcome back. It's a special edition after midnight. Happy Friday to you. 1 week to go until Black Friday. The chaos. I avoid it all. I want no part of it. You all go be crazy. Go out and about. Do your thing. So, I made a song about that craziness. That's coming up here shortly. Alright, I'm being really productive tonight because we got a video in earlier tonight, and then I did the out and about, the walk, the sleigh ride, where we get away from the fireside. So, in that time, I figured out a few things. I figured we'd start decorating the tree with all the drinks that we put on there, or that I've had. You're gonna find a place on here. We have the Modelo Noche Especial, which I said wrong earlier. It is a special seasonal edition. I got that wrong. I had no idea. We have the cranberry Sprite here. Up top, can't really see it. The Snow Beast. Here's my theory, guys. This is what we're gonna do. The stuff that's the best. I got this fire going a little hot, a little high here. It's well, it's cold here after midnight. All right, that's a little bit more manageable. I figure I'm gonna put the best, the ones I like the best, going up at the top of the tree. I don't know, does it look trashy, redneck, white? I don't know. Who cares? Who cares? They look kind of cool with the lights on them, I tell you that. Bounces off the aluminum and the glass. So, of course, we've had other drinks. They're not all up there because, you know, coffee was one. And then I'll have to drink another Fezziwig to get that. That'll go towards the top, but anyway. So that's that. Of course, there was some whiskey we had in there. There'll be more whiskey coming up. And the salted caramel eggnog from Anderson Erickson. Oh, yes, go get some. It's fantastic. Okay, earlier tonight, I asked the question when we did Angels We Have Heard on High. It's whether it's a carol or a hymn. I think it's both because it's a Christmas tune, and it's also in hymnals. So I went to Grok here to ask, you know, because Grok AI never gets it wrong, right? Of course, it never gets my songs wrong. All right, so I asked, what's the difference between a carol and a hymn? And it's got a few things here: the definition, origin, style, the matter, when and where it's sung, the musical feel, and examples. More complicated than what I thought. So it says a carol is a festive song, usually joyful and folk-like, most often associated with Christmas. Though carols can exist in other seasons such as Easter and New Year's. A hymn is a religious song of praise or adoration directed at worship towards God or a saint, used in a worship setting. Oh, that makes sense. You know, obviously, I think we all knew that was what a hymn is, but how a carol is differentiated. It's more than just a seasonal Christmas song. Origin, style, carol often starts as a folk or popular song for songs and dances back in the day, catchy melodies. A hymn considered more of a sacred, often liturgical or devotional use, usually more solemn. Subject matter: carols primarily focus on the Christmas season, deck the halls, jingle bells, O Come All Ye Faithful, Silent Night. That's interesting. See, I would expect Silent Night to be considered more of a hymn, but they classified as a carol. Hymn, broader religious themes, kind of already went through that, such as Amazing Grace, Mighty Fortress is our God. Carol, traditionally sung door to door. Carol, well, okay, yeah, I mean, that should be obvious. Didn't hit me earlier, but yeah, that makes sense. Whereas hymns performed, you know, church setting typically. Musical feel of a carol, upbeat, lively. A hymn can be joyful, but usually more reverent. More examples of a carol: We Wish You Merry Christmas, First Noel, Hark the Herald Angels Sing. They say it started as a hymn, but now functions as a carol. God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen, and then back on the hymn side. how great thou art, be thou vision. Of course, you get the idea. I'm surprised though they consider Silent Night a carol. I mean, even though it is Christmas, I don't think of it as such. What do you guys think? Obviously, it can be both, I think. But anyway, how do you think of it primarily as? All right, next, our beer for the evening. Don't tell my wife, she likes these, the Sam Adams Winter White Ale. Only a few left. I brought this one out because it's a seasonal, needs to be included in what we're doing here. So we're gonna try it out. I suppose this is gonna be something like a Belgian, you know, a white ale. Usually not a fan of the whites. That's okay. If I was on Untapped, I'd give this probably 2.5, 2.75, right in the middle out of 5. A little better than other white ales in that it's got a little bit of a spice to it. I'll drink it. Not bad. I'll have to buy my wife some more though. All right. I told you we got that series coming up, Christmas Carol. We already went through the Snowman book, The History of the Snowman by Bob Eckstein. I wanted to give you a real brief, another suggestion, especially if you're in business or run your own business or do organizational development, leadership stuff. This is called The Leadership Secrets of Santa Claus. I think it's real good. I won't spend a lot of time going through here, but kind of give you some examples, you know, kind of how it's structured. Got kind of a end of the chapter, you know, questions. You know, it's kind of written as a guidebook. So it basically goes all throughout here, and it's talking about how Santa Claus and the elves function at the North Pole, and then applies, you know, those principles to the workplace. So, you know, it's a Christmas theme, but carries, you know, pretty good messages throughout. Different, some titles of chapters. Find out who's naughty and nice. You know, it talks about, you know, managing people and keeping the workplace from being toxic. So, anyway, I think that's pretty cool. I wrote about it when I was taking leadership classes at Bellevue University. Used it. So, anyway, moving on. I keep telling you guys about the Mariah Carey song. Hopefully you've heard it. You can find it on here on YouTube. The video, I was hoping to have this done last week because I really want to get it out, and I'm hoping it gets viral. I think it's the one song on the whole album that has a chance to really be something big. Probably won't be, especially now that it's so late, but I promise you, I'm gonna have a video done, hopefully in a day or two. Definitely by this weekend. So, anyway, bear with me, we're getting there. Okay, let's take a look at Black Friday. This song is hilarious, and I love the stupid video that was generated with it. All right, I'm gonna show you it the best I can. I know this isn't the best way to do it, but we'll do our own little review here. You can, of course, watch it on your own. All right. I love how it starts off the screen. shopping center. People coming in.
Black Friday, dive into the fray, screaming deals, Sanity's gone astray, elbows fly, hearts collide, grandma's got a stun gun.
It's my favorite line in the whole thing. Grandma's got a stun gun.
1, 2, 3, chaos has just begun.
I stop right there. Hey, my wife said that could very well be us. She's having a hard time on Black Friday, and if I was with her, I'd be trying to console her like that. Let's fast forward it here. Okay.
Cell signs flash, tempers clash. It's a
Arguing over a blender.
snag that toaster, don't get closer,
Toaster.
or you'll start a fight. Lines are long, deals are wrong. Someone stole Black Friday.
Crashing shopping carts.
With a fistful of cash. Black Friday. Triple for the discount, leave 'em on the floor.
Burning shopping cart. Alright. Smoking toy car, fire. Guy runs back inside. He doesn't want to be out in the fire.
Build a website.
Alright, so, alright, that's Black Friday. Just a ridiculous song. That's how I chose to start the whole album off. I wrote all the words to that one. Of course, I didn't do the music. Ran that through Suno. I just thought the AI video to it was just off the wall and goofy, and that's what I was going for. And of course, I kind of made things chronological with the album, with the 35 songs. So it starts with Black Friday, and then it runs up to Old Lang Syne, the 35th one. So kind of generally follows the days leading up to Christmas, kind of a theme I went for. And Black Friday song just clicked together. Crazy, just starts the album right out of the gate. Probably something you wouldn't expect, and just boom, craziness, and we're off. And then the second song, I think I mentioned this when I talked about Southern Drivers, how that song just kicks off with a bang too. So I love how Black Friday starts and how it ends, and then goes right into Southern Drivers, and just boom, boom, great. I love how it came out. All right, everyone, gonna. Hopefully, I didn't wake up my neighbors being loud after midnight here. Okay, gonna finish off my Sam Adams Winter Ale, and maybe if I get some good sleep, I'll get up early and we'll do a early Friday morning, a twofer, double header. We'll see. Probably not, but we'll find out. Thanks for tagging along, and keep supporting the music and sharing everything, especially the songs. All right, everyone, have a great rest of your Friday, and meet back here soon.